How's it going, guys? It's Antomy back again, and we are back with another hot and spicy speed build. Today we are doing another modern build on the channel. This is not like a smallish build, I don't think at all. I decided to go a bit big for once. Since it's like, I feel like since it's the start of a brand new year, I just felt like I wanted to do something big. We did just do a start home, so it's like back to basics, you know. It's a base game, start home. I've linked that down below in the description. But yeah, I've decided to do this massive start home. I decided to call it King's Dwelling because, well, I don't want to give spoilers unless, well, I guess it doesn't really matter because, well, you're gonna watch the rest of the video. But there's a reason, sort of, maybe. I guess it's a loose reason why I called it King's Dwelling. It's because I decided to have a bit more fun with this build than I usually do. It does have 2 bedrooms, so technically you could say it's a family home. You know, you can have a family in it. This is but it's more like a spare room, really. I found this like really great like modern house on Pinterest, and I was like, I want to do this, but I want to do it my way, so it's slightly different. I sort of knew what I wanted when I came into this. Yeah, I decided to do like just basically like 3 rectangles. You got the bigger rectangle, you got the smaller rectangle in the middle, and then you got the 3rd rectangle. And I decided to mix up the color scheme than the original photo. So as you can see, I kind of jumped because it took me a while to actually do the color scheme and everything. So off the top of my head, I believe we have like a lighter wood for the bigger rectangle. Then the smaller one, we have this stone, and then the last one we have like a black paneling. So the layout was actually sort of, it was easier than usual because I feel like the shape of the build kind of gave it its layout. The only problem was trying to divide this area off because it was massive. At first I was like, could do a massive dining room, but where am I going to put the kitchen? Because I kind of wanted the 3rd rectangle to be like an open living room. So I decided to cut it in half, and I had to move this this fire, this, I guess you could say, decorative fire like tower, like chimney. That's what it's called. I forgot what it's called for a sec there. So I had some messing around here. I wanted to put these smaller windows in for the kitchen because I know the cabinets can cover these bigger windows. But I was just like, it doesn't really fit the look of the house. So I decided to keep them. A shortcut there because I did actually spend some time putting some curtains down, which I actually delete later on. So I was like, I might as well just cut that off because I delete it off recording, I think. So this is me putting in some cheats, move objects. Got the short mods, the short cheats mod. So I just type in M. But with the longer ones, like unlock objects, which I put secondly, I just copied and pasted that in. I love this like bookcase from the Michuno stuff pack, and I found that pack. I don't know if I should talk about it much because I feel like I'm gonna go on about it. It's lackluster. I don't know if I would suggest anyone to buy it. It's got a few little good modern items, but it's like I just got it because I wasn't going to, but eventually I was like, I'll just buy it now. So we're on to the kitchen here. It's quite a rectangular kitchen. You see the cabinets is kind of covering the windows. I didn't know any way around that. I was gonna, like I said before, was gonna put the smaller windows on, but it didn't make the house look better. It just made it look worse, I think, in my opinion. So yeah, let me know down below what you think about like when you build or when you see someone put the cabinets in front of big windows, you know, covering it. Do you not mind it? Do you hate it? What do you think? That's what I want to know, because I'm a bit like, you know, it's Sims. I feel like with Sims you can be a little bit more like, what would the word be like? I guess you say loose, maybe, with kind of like what would actually be like in real life. Yeah, so we're on to the living room now. Well, we just sort of sipping around the place. On to the living room. big open living room, love it. It's got these like sofas. I'm not sure if I would have them in real life because it's kind of like stone. Then you got the cushion. I do love like a leather settee with some like recliners. That's always good. And I get to use, because these are medium tall walls, I get to use these like medium tall bookcases. The Mishuno one and the one I think it's from Seasons, which I barely ever get to use, because most of the time with builds with like higher wall heights, I feel like it's too much for me to build on. I mean, it's great when it's a bigger build, but sometimes it's like I just want it to be, you know, smaller height. I don't know. Usually these days, I think it was like most of 2019, I was just doing smaller builds because I had to, you know, I want to keep up being consistent videos, but also, you know, I just had to compromise a little bit. But now I was like, this only took me about 3 hours, which is great for a bigger build. If I didn't, like, because I feel like I knew exactly what I wanted to do even in the interior, so it was like I wasn't time wasting. I don't want to say time wasting because I take my time with my builds usually, but I feel like sometimes I dawdle and I have to sit there and do it, like pick out color schemes and everything. It takes about half an hour to pick out like color of a sofa, couch, or what color this room's gonna be. But I just kind of stuck to black and white and dark woods, and I think it came out really nicely. Yeah, I could talk a little bit about what's happening with me. Why not? A little Tom update. So I've actually finished my apprenticeship. Just after New Year's, I got my results, and then a few days later, I got my certificate. I actually smashed it. I got a distinction. That's the highest mark. It's kind of marked like a BTEC, but I think it's equivalent to an A level. I'm not too sure, but it's like a digital mark to level 3. So that means like I could just be, I think I can be at most an executive. And I've had talks with my boss like what I'm gonna be, a marketing executive or a like assistant, which I'm gonna go through a like 3-month period. I can never say the word, like probationary. There it is, first time. On like if I'm gonna be assistant or an executive. So it's exciting times for me into 2020. So how is your started your 2020 going? I'm interested, and I'm interested for you to tell me down below even. For me, I'm having a great time. Don't have to think about coursework or exams at the moment. I'm all done with that now. I just have to work out what position I want really, and then hopefully the rages will follow, hopefully by the end of the month. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about that. So this house is also back to the house. Yeah, I've got something to say about this house. It's also a party home. I just thought, yeah, why not? It's like it's got that big open balcony, which I kind of want to do like a garden balcony. I remember seeing I think it was a BuzzFeed. I don't really usually particularly like BuzzFeed, but I think I saw one of the videos where like an architect made a house, and the architect did like a balcony garden, like a roof garden, and I was like, I'm digging that idea. I'm taking that for my own. So I decided to just do it, and it's got like a dance floor. It's even got a DJ booth. It's got these karaoke machines, which I kind of imagine to be kind of more like speakers, but I mean you can sing your hearts out and that if you want. Your Sims can. So I spent a lot of time on the landscaping. I did cut a lot of it out because a lot of it was planting grass and stones, rocks, so it's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna cut most of it out. So there's a big skip at the end when I'm placing a load of grass and stone down. So yeah, don't be, you know, surprised. So this is kind of why I called it Knight's Dwelling, because, well, it's got a big chess table. It's got a man-sized chess table in the background, and this is where I got the path pattern, because it's kind of like a chess table with the black and white sort of places. And I noticed we got the prawns and the horse, like light, like ornaments, sort of, I guess you could say. But we don't have any other chess like table pieces though, which I kind of wanted to make like if we did have all of them, I'll make a massive one. And I have to make up, like, I can't just keep doing prawns and horses or the knights. I think the knights and chess. So I decided to put some ghosts on the white side, and then some of these massive toy robots on the black side. Don't ask me why, I just did it. I thought this build's already becoming a bit rocky on the outside even. So this is some great grass planting action. Oh, who doesn't love a bit of plant grassing action? Yeah, and we do some stone planting action too in a minute. So I decided, because I love the feel of this grass, especially at night, I was in the second, just a moment, we actually expand it onto around the whole chess table, and it's great. So cut here, and then we're onto this like balcony sort of walkthrough area. I did kind of like, originally I was gonna have this open to walk from the front to the back, but I decided to fence it all off because I wanted this to be part of the back garden. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this off here, this voiceover, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think of this build down below. And yeah, hope you all have a nice day, and goodbye.